Hello and welcome to another video here on the YouTube channel. Today we are on Pokemon TCG Live for post-rotation format with perfect order actually legal this time. Whoa, crazy, I know. Today we are going to be playing a deck that I took to the Milwaukee Regional Championships, but updated for post-rotation, and that is Mega Venusaur, and I've just decided to rename this deck Grass Friends because that's basically what it is. Let's go through the list, obviously, because I have to start with him first. He is my favorite. Bulbasaur, we've got a 2/2/2 line of Mega Venusaur EX with that amazing solar transfer ability to move grass energy around however we like, as well as that bulky 380 HP with the Jungle Dump attack. Great for dealing with pretty much most things in the format. We also have a 3/3/2 line of Meganium with a 1-off Mega Meganium EX to do a lot of damage really quickly. We've got 4 Teal Mask Ogerpon for draw and energy acceleration. We've got a Fezandipiti EX for draw, and also bench sniping with Cruel Arrow. We've got Meowth EX to get whatever supporter card we may need, and we've got a Budew for item lock. Going on into our supporter list, we've got 4 Lillie's Determination to draw as many cards as we possibly can. We've got 2 Dawn to search out a bunch of our evolution Pokemon, 2 Boss's Orders for Gusting, 1 Lana's Aid for Recursion, Judge, and Wally's Compassion to heal our Mega Pokemon. We've also got 4 Bug Catching Set and 4 Ultra Ball to find our Grass Pokemon, 2 Poké Pad to help us out with whatever other support Pokemon we may need, 2 Night Stretcher, and 3 Forest of Vitality to cheat evolution into play, coupled with 10 Grass Energy. This deck's really simple, and I'm very excited to see how it performs. Let's get into the games. We are going first against another grass deck of some kind. Did start our Budew in the active. We are going to just go ahead and probably just Teal Dance and pass here. It looks like we're going to draw another grass energy. I'm just going to keep it in hand and pass it over to our opponent. I don't believe they are going to have a way to one-shot this Budew on their first turn going second. I'd be very sad if they did, but we'll see what happens. They're going to obviously play out all their imps. It's Festival Lead, it looks like. I would assume with the Chikorita in play that they're going for a Hydrapple build. That would have to be my guess. They're just going to go ahead and Razor Leaf our Budew, which is unfortunate, but we're going to be fine. I'm going to go ahead and Teal Dance here. I don't think I'm going to use the Ultra Ball. I'm just going to go ahead and Lillie's. I'm going to put down the other Teal Mask Ogerpon, though. Love to start seeing some other Pokemon here. Nice, we do get to find ourselves a Bulbasaur. Teal Dance, draw some cards. We are gonna Bug Catching Set here. Oh, there's a Chikorita and another Grass Energy, lovely to see. Let's go ahead and put our Chikorita down into play and Itchy Pollen. Now our Budew is going to get knocked out on our opponent's next turn. But I think that is overall okay. I don't think we have too much of a worry about it. It looks like we are going to be somewhat fighting for stadium control here. They're going to Meowth. I'm actually curious what they're going to Meowth to get. I would assume like maybe Lillie's Determination? Or Hilda? Lillie's Determination. Called it right on the nose. I do always love to see a Meowth EX on the bench. Would love to see some more of my grass friends, though. They're going to put down their own Teal Mask Ogerpon. And I just like seeing this, namely because it leaves a lot of opportunities for Mega Venusaur to go crazy, as well as Mega Meganium to go crazy, but we will have to see what our opponent does. I'm assuming we're just going to go ahead and see this Budew hit the discard pile. Right on cue. Now what I'd really like to see here is if I could find Festival, not Festival Grounds, Forest of Vitality plus a Meganium here. That would be lovely, because then I can just go Meowth EX, knock out their benched Ogerpon, and we will be nicely ahead on the prize race a little bit. There's a boss's orders, so that's one less thing I need to get, so I don't have to put down my own Meowth. We're gonna go ahead and Teal Dance here. There's a Mega Venusaur. Okay. Choices can be made. We can knock out this Diplin. Currently doing 150 damage. If I had access to one more energy, we could take the knockout on the Meowth on the bench, which is slightly unfortunate. Choices. Because they're gonna get Fezandipiti on this next turn. It's never worth just judging here. I think it is. And that's some nice stuff to see. It'd be nice to, I think we're actually just gonna hang on to the Poké Pad on this turn. Yeah, I think we are. And I'll tell you why. I think we're gonna, no. No. We're gonna Poké Pad. We're gonna get ourselves a Meganium for next turn. Because that lets me get Dawn to Ivysaur Venusaur on the following turn. I would love to not see my opponent... Essentially, I would love essentially for my opponent to whiff the knockout this turn, because then I have the freedom to really choose anything that I'd like to do here. Now I'm curious with Festival Lead that I saw. I don't know if my opponent plays Forest of Vitality. I assume they do, because I don't think a grass deck is really functional without Forest of Vitality, and I don't know why you'd play Chikorita without playing Forest of Vitality. We are going to lose our Ogerpon here, which is rough. But I think we are still fine. I think so. Now, it entirely depends on kind of what I draw here. Or will we not? They have to have another energy to put on their Ogerpon, otherwise I don't think it's smart for them to not. They have to have another energy. Or Forest of Vitality for Meganium. It does not make sense for them to Teal Dance onto that benched Ogerpon and not take the 2 prize cards that's in the that's sitting in the active. I mean, Forest of Vitality gets me Venusaur, but... if they don't have either of those, I'm honestly confused as to what my opponent is choosing to do with their board state. They have Forest of Vitality in hand? They do, okay. Now, this is important, because this guarantees that I have Mega Venusaur available to me on my next turn. What? Oh, wait, but they have Meganium. It doesn't matter. I got real confused for a second, and then I remembered what Meganium's ability does. Up goes the Bulbasaur. We'll start with the bug catching set before we Dawn. That's nice to see. Teal Dance. We'll get ourselves a Mega Venusaur. Which does actually mean I'm going to hang on to this Dawn. I do not want to have a position where I lose this Meganium. And I mean, I can still lose it, but I'm much happier. I'm much happier with a Dawn in hand compared to anything else. And we're gonna press Jungle Dump. The important thing is they have left me quite a few liabilities in play. Hey, look, Unfair Stamp. Unfair by name, unfair by nature. I didn't realize I prized this. Cypher Maniac, I'm assuming they're gonna find a stadium bump plus boss's orders. At least that's what my gut instinct would tell me. But regardless, we're still fine because we have Night Stretcher. Plus 1 extra energy. They're gonna get Dipplin down. And Hydrapple. Now, what does this do for them? What does this do for them? Because they're committing all of their energy to their Ogerpon. They're gonna Unfair Stamp me, sure. But they have no energy on this Hydrapple. Unless they're probably going for a 2-shot on my Mega Venusaur, is what I'd have to guess. Yeah, that's what they're doing. So I'd love to see a Meowth. It's not a Meowth. We do have energy, so we are going to Teal Dance. Try to find ourselves an out to a Meowth, because I would love to see Wally's Compassion here. That is Meowth. Provided I didn't prize Wally's Compassion, which we didn't. This should mean that we are fine. And I am going to just do this, because I don't want to get Ogerpon right back. Jungle Dump takes the knockout. And sets me up nicely for the win on the next turn. Heart of the cards, heart of the cards, heart of the cards. There's a Meowth. Are we going to see a boss's orders grabbed by my opponent? I would assume yes. Because they have to know. No, Dawn. Dawn is the answer. If I was my opponent, I would want to knock out this Ogerpon. Just because this Ogerpon is the only threat to this Hydrapple at the moment. This Venusaur can be 2-shot. But this Ogerpon can absolutely one-shot the Hydrapple in the active. Without this Ogerpon, I need boss's orders, or I need boss's orders to win. And our opponent did grab Applin plus 2 grass energy. The lack of boss's orders, though, is not good for my opponent, to say the least. Because this is 2 energy. If I find 2 energy cards, I win the game. Let's find out. Or we just top deck boss. Never mind. Not necessary. And we take the win. Going first into what I assume to be a Metagross deck. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and hitch off these, get ourselves a Ogerpon, and pass. Not the greatest turn one. So I've seen this deck a little bit, but I haven't exactly gotten a chance to really play against it. Oh, it's just Hopzation. It's just Hopzation. Sure. Unless it's Hopzation plus Metagross, like, okay. We are going to release Determination and hope we draw into the nuts. Not the nuts, but we can work with it. Let's start Teal dancing here. There's a Dawn. Got a Stretcher in hand. Let's put down a Chikorita. Bug catching set gets us a Bayleef plus an energy card. We're gonna get Insta-Struck here. Not really much I can do about it. But the Bulbasaur can live. Bulbasaur cannot live. We just... I think we just pass. They get Insta-Strike off on this next turn. And then... they're getting ready to break... Oh. Huh? Oh. I was really confused for a sec. There's Petrol. Yeah, I was really confused for a second there. All right. So we are stamping this turn. Oh, there's Forest! Yay! Actual cinema. All right. Let's start getting things ready to go here. We Teal dance. We're gonna Teal dance first. There's... we're gonna Stretcher. We're gonna grab Bulbasaur. And then we're gonna Dawn. We're gonna grab ourselves Fez. We're gonna grab ourselves Mega Venusaur. And we're gonna grab a Bayleef because I have to grab a stage 1. And then we are going to stamp. Ideally, what we draw into is an out to an energy. And we've got 8 cards to do it. Would you look at that? That's an energy card. I love to see it. We could also... let's actually see what we get here off of... I'm gonna thin a little bit because I want to try to get a... if I can, Mega Meganium would be the best possible outcome. So we're gonna go ahead, flip the script. It's not it. Bug catching set. Not it. We're gonna grab these because that's still energy acceleration. We're gonna Teal dance. Not it. And then we're gonna jungle dump, I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna jungle dump. Retreat. Mega Venusaur. We're gonna go Solar Transfer. and Jungle Dump. They are playing off 2 cards and not a lot of stuff. Show me a Duraludon. Duraludon, Fez, and Latias. Interesting. We are going to knock out their Fez. Yeah, I mean, if they're just gonna leave a Fez on board, I am not even gonna hesitate. I'll deny them card draw and leave them with 1 card in hand, or leave them with 2 cards in hand. Now this is where it actually, I do actually get a choice here. Do I want to bench my Chikorita here? Now they are playing off 1 card, so, or do I leave myself an opening to be able to Meowth? We need to play this turn. Does 30 more damage to the active Pokemon. We're gonna heal here, and then I think it's just a... Yeah, I think we leave it. I don't think... I mean, if they have Boss, they have Boss, but we also have the energy on board to play around with it anyways. I don't think we're too worried here. We just take away their card draw, and they really should have just kept it in their hand. Cramorant! There's Arch. And they Fickle Spitting. This is great for us, because we are going to knock out their Zacian on this turn. Now, this is my last boss, so I am just going to Chikorita here. I don't see a reason not to. Boss, Zacian, bug catching set, grab ourselves whatever shows up. Nothing, sure, and Jungle Dump. And no energy in hand, no energy on board, and 1 card in hand. I believe this should be it. They're going to make me go through 2 of them, of course. Of course. Hey, look, Mega Meganium. We're gonna go ahead, Teal Dance, draw the card, and Jungle Dump. Send that card out of here to the discard pile. And hey, look, it's Dawn. Now, if they give me the opportunity, I am gonna end the game off with Mega Meganium, just because I have not gotten a chance to declare Giant Bouquet yet with them. It'll just be fun. The lack of energy on field, though, makes me pretty confident that we should have this one locked up. Another Hopsation. They're gonna Secret Box, I assume, to get their Hopsation up and running, but little do they know, we are just going to press Mega Meganium for game. Because Mega Meganium's deck, 70 plus 50 more, we're gonna attach 8 energy to that Meganium. So we're gonna see just how much damage we can do. This would be game regardless, because we have a total of 9 energy, including all of that. So regardless, it is still game. We're just going to go ahead and bench the Mega Meganium, retreat into the Mega Meganium, solar transfer all of the energy onto said Mega Meganium, and press done. Except I need 1 more. Moved over. and 440 damage. Giant Poké. And that will win us that game. Going second against Mega Lucario with a bunch of benched Pokemon. We do open Forest of Vitality, so I almost want to put it down and start and reshuffle my hand with Lillies, just to see a bunch of cards, especially with them. I mean, they get Solrock, but then they're down to 2 cards in hand. And I would love to see them not have access to a state. They have to have Solrock in hand, right? Oh. This is cinema. Obviously, we're not going to be taking a knockout on this first turn, but let's at least start grabbing some things here. What I would love to see, there's a foresty hand if I've ever seen one. Ooh, okay. So we just have straight up Meganium on our next turn if we hold this hand. And I'm inclined to do it. There's a very slim chance we get knocked out as a result of this. It's like they would need to have energy plus. Yeah, I think I just have to hold. I mean, turn 2 Meganium is overpowered in this deck. And having a guaranteed out to it plus a Lily's Determination to refresh the hand is really nice. As long as they whiff Mega Lucario this turn, I think I'm okay. I'm not happy if they hit Mega Lucario. Oh, that's less than ideal. Okay. So, we're gonna get Solrock online. We do still have turn 2 Meganium. The question is, what can I do with it? Especially being down 2 prize cards. Okay. I mean, I could have. I can say all I want about like I should have done this, I should have done that, but in reality, I mean, like it's not even a guarantee that I would draw Budew, which would be kind of what I'm hoping for. Dawn being in hand is interesting. I think Lily's is still the correct answer. But I could draw into nothing and basically lose the game on the spot. Let's go for it. I don't draw into nothing. Okay. Little Teal dance. Little Teal dance. How am I getting the stone cold right now? Teal dance. Is this a very goofy board state? Yes. Do I care? I don't think so. They are going to be a tad. That sucks. I had one more energy. If I had pre-attached that to that Chikorita, oh, I really should have. Oh, that hurts. But we do have Wally's for next turn. Okay, let's just full on commit to this play. I mean, they've got like access to a bunch of things here. Oof! If I had just pre-attached the Meganium, man. Oh, I would have had knockout, and it would have been actually just the best play of all time. But I don't. So instead, we're gonna just jungle dump, and I'm gonna cry. That's really funny that I almost had the knockout on that Mega Lucario. I was really fishing for it too. But we have boss's orders in hand to kind of shuffle things around if I have to. If they leave this Mega Lucario in the active, we just take the knockout. There's choices. They would need to commit their energy to take this Mega Lucario out of the active. So are they going to do that? That is the question. Because if they don't, we're going to go ahead and Wally's Compassion. If they do, we're going to... well, I think either way, we're going to Wally's Compassion. They find Hariyama. Now, do they just attach that turn? Yes, they did. So... we're going to go for a knockout. On what is the question? Is it my Meganium? Because Teal Mask doesn't really help them that much. Because they can't knock this out. They can't use Mega Brave. And they've just attached for turn. So, curious what their play is. Yeah, because they can't knock out this Ogerpon this turn. Oh, they have Switch. Yeah, there it is. They can't knock out this Ogerpon this turn. Man, if I had pre-attached. If I had pre-attached. Show me an Unfair Stamp next turn, please. We're gonna Lilies for 8. Really hoping to see an Unfair Stamp in one of them. Well, would you look at that? Ain't that just neat? We're also gonna get Mega Meganium set up this turn. Or at least an out to it. Oop. I'm very... Oh, look at that. We have Forest of Vitality. That is a guaranteed Mega Meganium next turn. Now, if they leave me the option... They're not leaving me the option. Do they just have Raw Hariyama plus energy in hand? Because if they do, that sucks. If they don't, we boss's orders the Makahita. And then we prevent them from being able to gust. Unless they just run raw boss, but I honestly can't remember if they do. They're setting themselves up for an Aura Jab, but they won't be able to... Even an Aura Jab doesn't help them too much. Because I heal enough damage to make it null. Okay. Forest of Vitality. Yeah, because they can't knock me out if I do this. If they can't win the game if I do this. So we're gonna do this. Ultra Ball. Oh, we don't have Mega Meganium. Wait, I need Bayleef. What am I thinking? What was I thinking? So we're gonna go ahead and get Mega Meganium online. We're gonna Solar Transfer an energy over to the Mega Meganium. We are going to Boss's Orders Makuhita, and Jungle Dump. Because this prevents them from winning immediately. I am still in a bit of a bind, but it makes it a lot more feasible for me to win. Because they don't have an easy out to Gust. And Wild Press still isn't enough to knock me out. Battle Cage gets played, that's fine. I get judged, also fine. Pulling into Lily's determination is always nice to see. They get Fez. Very curious. I mean, they're obviously trying to find another Makuhita. Yep. This one's gonna kind of come down to being right on the nose. If they attack with Mega Brave, I believe there's a decent chance they lose. It comes down to what I draw off of Lily's. But if they attack with Hariyama, they're in a good spot. Of course they're in a good spot. So they're now set up for a really, really good turn. Do I have 3 energy in the bin? I do. We have to just go for it and hope they don't have it. There's not really much of a choice, because it's gonna, they've set it up to where it's either they have it or they don't. Hey look, Wally's Compassion. I would have loved to see that about 4 cards ago. Alright. We're gonna attach. Retreat. Solar Transfer. And if they have the out to Hariyama, GG's to my opponent. Not really much I can do there. Have we used... There's been no recovery used, so if they just have Night Stretcher, it's game. Oh, they just have it in hand. Oh. That's gonna be this one as a loss. Can't win them all. All right, I'd like to thank you guys all so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please make sure you leave a like down below and leave a comment about what video you guys want to see me do next. I've gotten a lot of requests for a revamped Jealous and Duskmore gameplay video with the telepathic psychic energy and Meowth put in, so I'm probably going to do another one of those in the near future. If you have any other requests, please be sure to comment them down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Pokemon TCG content, and with that, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!